In the silence of the desert where the winds hum soft verses, there walks a man beneath the falcon's gaze and the crescent's shine. Clad in the white of purity, eyes reflecting storms and stars alike, he walks not just with feet but with dreams sewn into the sands. Every footstep a legacy, every breath a page of homeland pride. He is not merely a prince but the pulse of his people's heart, a son of the soil who speaks in verses and lives through visions. The wind whispers his name across dunes that stretch to memory, and the falcon above cries not of war, but of wisdom carried in flight. The land remembers his childhood, the first gallop of his steed, the early echo of poetry rising in the hush of the matchless night. When silence hung like a curtain and words were stars to follow, he strung them into galaxies, lighting the sky with thought. There are no jewels brighter than the honor he carries in silence, no sword more sharpened than the clarity of his gaze. When he speaks, it is not just language, it is the call of ancestry, it is the harmony of tribes, the unity of dunes and sea. He walks beneath the flag, not above it, never seeking shadow, but offering his soul to the light that each color emits. Red, bold with the sacrifice of ancestors who bore the heat. Green, the symbol of growth under the wisdom of firm hands. White, the breath of peace that he upholds in every gesture. Black, the strength that guards the nation from within his chest. When horses cry into the dawn, their manes laced with dew, they answer to a call known deep in the bones of time. For he rides not just to race but to remember. The desert was once silent. Now it sings his name in verses. The falcon does not hunt without his eyes, and the camel does not move without his rhythm. The sky bends a little lower. The moon waits a little longer, when his presence touches the realm where spirit meets sky. A poet of silence, he pens not for fame but for feeling. Each line he casts into the world is a thread of light, weaving tents of hope for those caught in storms, bridging past and present through the power of word. He does not shout, for the wise do not need to. The earth listens when he breathes, and the ocean stills when he stands beside it, his shadow cast long across waters that hold centuries. His leadership is not just in position but in posture, humble like a palm tree offering shade in harsh noons, strong like the date it bears, sweet, grounded, resilient. He does not command, he inspires. He does not chase, he draws forth greatness. O Falcon of Dubai, heir of sands and cities alike, the skyline bears your name not in stone, but in spirit. Towers rise to mirror your vision, and yet your heart rests not in steel but in the hearts of your people. Children chant your poems in schools where dreams awaken. Elders nod in silent approval when your name is spoken. Mothers bless you in prayers wrapped in incense, and fathers raise their sons to follow the tracks your horse. And so the tale flows on, like desert rivers that run beneath sand unseen, like an ancient prayer whispered at dawn when the world is still and listening. He, the silent flame of 1,000 lanterns, walks onward not as ruler alone, but as shepherd of hearts, keeper of culture, the soul stitched into his land. The night bends its ear to his verses. The stars hold their shimmer a bit longer. Even the horizon expands to fit the vastness of his dreams. He walks not to conquer but to understand, to hear the stories of his people. As if each voice was a verse, each tear a sacred word to honor. Amongst the palms and minarets, where oud smoke dances in shaded courtyards, where elders tell stories that echo through time's corridors, there his spirit rests like a soft breeze that cools the memory. Fazza, the poet of the heart, the prince of the soul. His poetry is not only in books bound with golden threads, but carved into the spirit of the city, into every alley and avenue. In the eyes of fishermen casting nets at dawn, in the steady hands of craftsmen chiseling stories from stone. He is the guardian of time and yet never held back by it. He kneels in gratitude at the feet of those who built before him, then rises to lift those yet to come. That is where his greatness breathes most deeply. He does not walk ahead to cast a shadow but beside to give light. He listens to silence like an old friend, and from it draws words that mend, that stir, that bloom. He does not ask to be followed. The hearts follow him freely. The sea, wide and wild, opens for him like memory, not out of fear but recognition, of one who knows the tide's heart. He sees the moon not as a light, but as an old witness, a companion to nights spent writing what the sun would never understand. O poet of the unspoken, writer of meanings, each verse you birth is a shelter for the weary, each line a banner raised above forgotten hopes, each pause a prayer for those who carry silent burdens. The city pulses with life, a tapestry of light and ambition, but within its towers and transit, there lies your stillness. You do not shout your dreams. You breathe them, and Dubai listens and becomes them. In the quiet of early morning, before the first call of prayer, he stands barefoot upon the earth, greeting it like a beloved. He knows the names of sands, the secrets of shifting dunes, and they know his name too, not in fear but in fondness. When he speaks of heritage, it's not nostalgia but purpose. He does not seek to preserve it like an artifact. He lets it live, breathe, run wild through cities, teaching modern minds how to bow to ancient truths. He once said the desert teaches patience, and his life is proof of that grace. Never rushed, never loud, never lost. He is the mirage made real, the dream made flesh. To the youth, he offers not commands but compass, not walls but windows, not maps but meaning. He teaches that to lead is to know one's people, not just their names but their needs,